Today in our 2018 Hyundai Tucson, we're going to be test fitting the Swagman XTC2 Bike Platform Rack for 1 1/4 and 2-inch hitches. This is part number S64670. We already have a bike installed on the rack, and this is pretty much a very basic bike rack for those who are just taking your bikes from point A to point B and just want to get them there. It can carry, of course, up to 2 bikes. This does not tilt or anything like that as you would get with other platform style bike racks. Instead, this grips it by 3 points. We'll have 2 rubber straps at each wheel, and the wheel cradles are adjustable back and forth by loosening and tightening the knobs here. And this is to help out with bikes of different sizes, but also to help out with loading and unloading. The third point of contact is going to be the padded frame hooks up at the top. And these are padded to make sure that the frames of your bikes don't get scratched up once you're installing them. In some cases, such as with alternate frame bikes or with kids' bikes, you may need a bike adapter bar, which you can purchase separately. Let's go ahead and take the bike off and set it aside. We'll start by removing the rubber straps from each side. Excuse me. And then holding onto the bike rack, we'll release our frame hook. Now to move it, there's going to be a trigger at the base. You push in to move it up and down, like so. Now to push it in place, it simply ratchets down, like so. So we'll push it all the way up, and we'll lift the bike up and off, being very careful as we do so because we don't want to make contact with the vehicle. With the bike rack in this position, I'd like to give you a couple quick measurements. Measuring from the edge of the bumper to our outermost point, which is going to be the edge of our outer wheel well, we're going to be at about 20 1/4 inches from the rear of the vehicle. Our ground clearance is going to be about 14 1/2 inches. And our closest point is going to be our inner wheel well here, and that's going to be about 5 inches. Something else I'd like to point out, this does have a raised shank that you can see here. And that's going to help out with ground clearance issues from this point down, so you're not going to have any issue there, especially if you have a vehicle where this sits a little bit lower, or if you were to have a hitch that sits particularly lower. Right now this is in what we call the loading position, but there's 2 other positions we can show you. By removing the pin at the base here, like so, this will fold down to either side. As we insert the pin. And now we have full hatch access to get what we need. Of course, you have to have the bikes removed to do this. Our final position is what we call the suitcase position. We'll fold up both the arms with the wheel cradles on them by removing and inserting the pins like you see here. And this is the suitcase position. This is pretty much for when you're finished using the bike rack and you want to put it away for storage. Now how this attaches to the vehicle, we're going to have an anti-rattle bolt, which is when tightened down, will take out the shake and play in the shank to make for a smoother ride, and a pin. You also see the collar on the inside here. Once you remove that, that's how you make it fit with the 1 1/4 hitches. So this can work with multiple vehicles or with Tucsons with Class 2 or Class 1 hitches. And there you have it for the Swagman XTC2 bike rack on our 2018 Hyundai Tucson. Here it is on our test course. We'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action, which simulates turning corners or evasive maneuvers. And finally, we have the full speed bumps, where we'll see the up and down action, which is just like driving out of a parking lot, garage, or driveway.
Thanks for watching. Click the link in our description below to shop, learn more, or visit us at etrailer.com. And leave us a comment if you have any questions.